Guten Morgen and good morning everyone, and today we are gonna continue our journey through Genshin Impact and go to a great location where we shall meet Auroron and Capitano and get to know their true intentions, their real plan. Why are they doing all of this? Here it is. Oh.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
I think they're gonna like take us to Night Kingdom again or something. Hmm.
What was
Oh, he's
that?
really here.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
Ugh. And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose of this meeting? Let's get straight to the point.
Hmm.
And where's Captain?
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
Here he comes. I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Well, me too, but still, I'm gonna need something more than that.
I've
Why?
long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro-Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
So let's get to the point.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro-Archon's plan. In order to
Yes.
defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
Well, he's got a point.
If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes.
Yeah. She kinda relies too much on luck.
Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
And
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan.
What's wrong with that?
Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss.
So that's what you mean. But what's with the backup plan? What
We
is
have
it?
to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, that's just your
Yeah,
speculation.
do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know.
Actually, yeah.
Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
She's got a point. Wait, by seeing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, does he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup
I
plan?
knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
Are you even from Natlan, or why do you desire to save it?
And now,
What's your
I have
motivation
found a
to do
new
this?
way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Huh?
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Whoa. Is he a Batman or who?
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
What is it?
Something? Bad news, chump!
Oh.
It's your granny!
See, Lolly! When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to.
She's just yeah, I couldn't expect her to be here. Like, that's the most unpredictable person to appear now.
How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Citlalis! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So,
Yeah.
maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me, okay?
Okay. He's really acting less like his mommy or something. Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment, but if Aurora's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Yeah, he should know the rest of the plan. Return to the stadium. Let's go. Oh, I guess.
The wind rises.
Why here?
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time.
Yeah, I actually want to know too.
No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan?
Apparently he wants to save Natlan, even though I don't understand why.
Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Yeah, kinda. Looks like Auroran has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe.
Maybe it's not like this. He really wants to save Natlan, and he doesn't want to rely on a sheer luck. And like like Maoika does.
You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine. Well, it's definitely a little awkward.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables. I don't need anything from you.
Oh,
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you.
kinda.
Ron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
Yeah, me too.
That's not it, Granny.
There's something off about that
I know you
voice.
tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
Wait, is he an illusion or
It
something?
sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
Huh.
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
He used some spores to make a strip, I guess.
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a little extreme.
Yeah, yeah.
Still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial.
Yeah, kinda, but still would be better than this.
Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Oh, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Auroran would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Auroran's stubbornness has hurt Citlalis deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. What was all that about Aaron's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Get back there. Oh.
Behold!
You can just fly faster like this with Skirmish. That's why I really like him. What a glorious stadium here.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Don't we have more important things to do?
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go.
Paimon's always
We can
hungry.
find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
It's been okay. We can cover our own bill. Paimon's got a secret food fund, so she can do the honors.
How did this become Paimonville? Citlalis looks quite down on herself. All right. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that? So you can just sit back and enjoy, Citlalis. Paimon will take care of it.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
First I'm meeting someone, even in a game, that calls herself an old hag.
Sure, that's fine with us. But Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlalis.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Yeah. Go to the inn.
Quit following me.
Really glorious stadium. I kinda like how the graffiti looks here.
Squall and Fury.
The three of you walk into a tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice while Citlalis begins chugging down bottle after bottle of wine.
Huh.
What are you looking at?
That doesn't look like a bottle like L.
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
I guess she's young. Yeah, she's.
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Do you think she's drunk?
Yes, she is. I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so
Oh.
you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder
Oh,
you hit it
yeah.
off with Granny Citlalis. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Why is everyone calling her Granny?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Great granny. So how old is she exactly?
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
After Chanka leaves, Citlalis downs a few more glasses and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head.
Citlalis?
I guess we're gonna take her home.
You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Citlalis? You're kinda talking to no one.
I don't think so, I really don't.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
I guess we were not supposed to hear that.
Come on! Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Citlalis, you're not a mom.
Exactly! And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know!
Huh.
Oh yeah, and I have to mentor all the new kids! Hey, new kid! Yeah, you!
Who, me? Yes, I'm a new kid.
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher! You tell him!
Absolutely. Thank you for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
And
Did she just fall
sleep.
asleep with
Yeah,
her eyes open?
he just
Oh,
fell
jeez.
asleep.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Huh?
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlalis herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Huh.
Warning, warning.
Interesting.
Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Oh.
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
I'm worried. I really thought you were about to barf all over the
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
We didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Wanna take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
Yeah, guess would be better.
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Surely, you know the feeling too?
Yeah, I kinda guess what you mean.
Actually, about that.
You would just tell her.
Huh? Tell me.
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, said Lally. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. You describe the events that took place during Araran's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Citlalis shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear your thoughts.
So, you heard... You heard my...
It's okay, Citlalis. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me?
Yeah,
Hearing me mumble under my
Oh, no.
breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
What an analogy.
So that, happens to you a lot.
Yeah, seems
It
like.
happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
How that has really happened. Are you okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. How do I get out of here? Oh, here. Just... Oh, the doors.
Well,
A huge place.
Great
Oh,
view,
what a great
right?
view, right?
I
Yeah.
love coming here by myself.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
You're just a regular person.
Yep.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A
Huh.
few decades like that. And people stop knowing how to deal with you.
Hmm.
What about you? Are you scared of me?
Of course not. I fought against literal demigods.
We don't find you scary at all.
I was right.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me.
Hmm.
Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but Auroran's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete.
What
The
do you
Masters
mean?
of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune.
What do you mean his soul is incomplete?
No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Auroran's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn
Possibility.
Auroran into a vessel for lost souls.
Vessel.
The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom. Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further.
Oh.
The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroran, would be sacrificed in the process.
But couldn't you just revive him like everyone else?
I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auroran escaped with his life.
And so you feel guilty
Pathetic,
for this.
isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroran would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool?
Yeah.
It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result.
Yeah, you probably it would probably hurt you much more if this ceremony would be successful.
The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auroron would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Huh. So,
It's not his fault.
yeah, he blames himself too.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Trevor,
Yeah.
didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Auroron into this.
Maybe it actually might be the reason.
Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Citlalis. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning.
Yes, we will.
Friends. I like the sound of that.
Sweet.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah, we should tell the Pyroarch what we
You mean
learned.
about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
She needs to know regardless. We should just be upfront with her.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly.
Yeah, first of all, I wanna know what exactly is this backup plan.
But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's... go to bed.
Yeah. Let's find her in the next morning. So I think that's enough for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, then please subscribe and share. And I'll see you tomorrow.